Lesson 7 is on lines, segments, and rays. So let's just do some review. This is kind of going to be more of that definition lesson, especially in the beginning. So lots of definitions in the beginning, so make sure you're writing them down. Okay? Now, who knows what this is called? Scream it out.
Line.
It's a line. What makes it different than this?
It has stoppers.
It has stoppers, yes. Okay, what else?
That's called a segment.
This one's called a segment, and this one's called a line.
The line
Does anybody
goes
know
on
what the
forever.
arrow? Very good. These arrows mean that the line goes on forever. These stoppers mean that they stop. Okay? The difference between these is this one is called a line, and this one is called a line segment, because we're only getting a segment, a piece of the line. Okay? We're only getting a small portion, a segment of it. The way I remember this is the S in segment and the S in stoppers. Okay? So I remember that that's a line segment based on that. All right, we'll draw one more. Uh-oh. Isaac, what is it?
Array.
Array. Okay? And I think some of y'all may have remembered me doing this last year. Okay, pretend that's a stingray. See him going through the water, okay? And as you can see, a stingray has a little thing on his tail, and it sticks out, and it has a point, okay? And this helps me remember that this is a ray, because there's the stopper on his bottom, and then it has a tail that sticks out. This one is called a ray, okay? That one is called a ray.
Wait, could it also be a ray by going the other way?
Yes.
Could it also have a dot here?
Yep. We can have a dot here and go this way. Exactly right.
I remember that one, like, I think it's like a ray beam.
Yes,
and
sunshine.
it only goes one way.
Okay, okay. So, yes, I see what you're saying. Good. Okay? And if you want to think of it that way, that's fine. Okay? But it has one end point and one line that goes on forever. Now, they're kind of switching gears on us really quickly. So that's kind of the lesson on definitions. Okay? Now we're going to rulers. Okay, I don't really understand why this...
Is this a different lesson?
Nope. Still in the same lesson. I don't get it. Anyway, it's okay. Okay, now we're talking about, I guess they're doing like line measures. So they're thinking it's kind of in the same line, but it's actually totally different. Okay? So, we go by the U.S. customary system, and what that means is what you've heard all your life when your parents measure something is inches, feet, name some other measurements your parents use.
Centimeters.
Pounds, centimeters,
Yards.
yards, okay? Now, everywhere else in the world, guess what they use?
Centimeters.
Meters, centimeters, kilometers, or kilometers, however you want to say it. Okay, they go by the metric system. We go by the U.S. customary system. Okay, but it actually makes more sense to use the metric system because it all has a pattern, just like we learned the other day in some of our math. Math is a very patterned learning. Okay, now. What I want y'all to see is, what if I had a ruler? Okay, now stay with me for just a minute. Don't look at it as like a normal ruler, okay? So look at it what I'm going to draw right here. If I had 20 here and 30 here, okay? And I were to go from here to here, what number would I be on? Yes?
23.
23, okay? Does that make sense to y'all? That we just went 3 jumps, and this would be 21, this would be 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Right? Okay. We're not looking at a ruler that's like that, okay? The weird thing is we're looking at a ruler that's like this. What in the world? Okay, well here's the problem. What comes after number 2? 3. So why is it 3 here? Okay? Yes, so we're actually going to answer that question right now. Okay? So what I want y'all to see is, does anybody know how many ticks are on a ruler?
Oh,
Nope. Okay, you may know. I've got my ruler with me. Actually, it's not. It's my protractor.
we need to get that out.
If you have a ruler, get it out. Yes.
Can I go get one?
Will it take long?
No.
Go.
We also need to get this one.
Nope. That's a compass. We won't need it today.
I think mine's still at home.
Okay. Either the protractor or a normal ruler. Either one. Okay. Now, everybody that has one of these, count how many sections there are from 1 to 2, or 2 to 3, or 3 to 4.
Can I go check in my backpack really quick?
Why don't you just look with your friend next?
From
Okay.
1 to 3.
Go look at him. Oh, yours doesn't have it. Some don't have the ruler at the bottom. Okay. Can you look on with Esther? Y'all look on with Isaac.
10.
Does yours have 10? Oh dear. Yours does have 10. That's not normal. Count your jumps, not really your... No, from 1 to 2.
Oh, 11.
From 2 to 3.
Oh, from 1 to 2.
Yes, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. How many is in between each one? You should have more. A normal, ding, 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 ding. A normal ruler has 16 jumps. Like I would say this is a jump, okay? So I'm going to try to draw 16 up here. Okay. So let's try to do this.
Oh, mine has 16. I was looking at the wrong thing. Yeah.
Oh dear. I'm going to do my best, okay? Okay. Now, from 2 to 3, there are 16 jumps. Okay? Now, let's say I were to put a dot here. Okay? Now, let's pretend like I am measuring Savannah's pencil. Okay? Now, let's just pretend 0 is here, 1 is here, and 2 is here. Now, I know they're clearly not the same length from 0 to 1 as 2 into 3 is, okay? But I don't have that long enough a board. Everybody understand? Okay, so let's pretend I'm measuring this pen, and it reached from 0 all the way to that spot, and I said, how long is this pen? Okay? Is it at least 1 inch long?
Yes.
Yes. Is it at least 2 inches long?
Yes.
Yes, but is it 3 inches long?
No.
No, it is 2 and something. Okay? Now here's what I want you to do. When you look at this, what is it?
2 and 3 16.
Yes. Okay, now how did you get that?
Just by counting.
Okay?
16.
So she counted 1, 2, 3 jumps out of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That dot was on the 3rd jump out of 16. So it's 3 out of 16. So the final answer is the length of this pen, pretend it started here, is 2 inches and then some more. How many more? 3 out of 16 of them. Everybody understand? Now, the rulers that they're going to draw on your page are not going to be 16. They may be 4. So for example, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, pretend that they're all the same length again. Okay, and I were to put a dot there. This one's answer would be 2 and 1 out of 2, 3, 4. So this answer would be 2 and 1/4. Does everybody see the difference and why we'd have a different answer? Because it depends on how many parts it's broken up into and how many jumps we performed. Everybody got it? All right, now that we've gone over that, how long is this segment right here? Somebody else. Somebody else over here. Nicholas.
It's 1
1
and 3/4.
Very good. There are 4 jumps total from 1 to 2. And there are 1, 2, 3. It's on the 3rd spot out of 4. Does everybody understand how we answer that problem?
Yes.
Okay, good stuff. Now, let me give you Remember how I told you we use the customary system, inches and all that? Okay, let's do some metric systems, okay? So what you need to write down is that 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. Write that one down. Yes?
Can I have my pen back, please?
Yes, you may. Your teacher stole your pen. Okay? All right? Now, 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. Okay? Now, if you can look, let me see. Everybody look at example 2. Everybody look at example 2 on page 32. Okay, does everybody see that centimeter scale? Okay, and as you can see, that it shows you how far is that line on that centimeter scale.
2 inches.
2 inches. No, not 2 inches. 2 centimeters. Good job. Okay, I knew what you were talking about. Okay, so if it is 2 centimeters, then how many millimeters is it? Yes?
20.
20. Okay? So basically, every little bitty one, okay, those are millimeters. Okay? And it has 10 millimeters in order to equal 1 of those centimeters. You see those little bitty dots? That's a millimeter. That's tiny. I mean, it's smaller than a pinhead. A millimeter is tiny. A centimeter is still tiny, but that's about the size of a centimeter. Okay? Everybody got it? All right. Now, so the main things you need to know is how do I, if you can remember these right here, you'll be able to answer a lot of the questions they're going to ask you. Okay? Now, let me see if there's any other ones that I need you to know. Write this down. An inch is about, which doesn't mean that it completely equals, is about 2.5 centimeters. Okay? So we know an inch looks like about like that, something like that, right? Okay? So a centimeter is about like that, tiny, and it takes 2.5. Okay? Of course, I didn't quite do it perfectly, but does everybody see it? 1 inch is about 2.5 centimeters. Okay? And you'll need to know that for some of the questions they're going to ask you. Alrighty. That's the end of lesson 7.